Table tennis is a game played on a flat table divided into two courts by a net. Good day, my name is Romeo Bucario, and now let us talk about table tennis. It was in England in the late 19th century that table tennis made its appearance.
These are the equipment that's used in table tennis. First, the ball. Second, the racket. Third, the net. And fourth, the table. The purpose of this ball is to fulfill back and forth by the racket. And the purpose of this racket is to hit the ball back and forth. The purpose of this net is to divide the table into two courts. The use of this table is to play and let the ball bounce by hitting a racket.
So here are the official rules of the table tennis. So number 1 is games are played to 11 points. A game is played to 11 points. A game must be won by 2 points. A match is generally the best 3 of 5 games. So number 2 is alternate serves every 2 points. Each side of the table alternates serving 2 points at a time. So exception after it is tied 10/10. Service alternates at every point. So can you lose on the serve in ping pong? So the answer is yes. There is no separate rule for serving a game point. So number 3 is toss the ball straight up when serving. So how do you serve the ball in ping pong? So you must hold the ball in your open palm behind your end of the table. Toss at least 6 straight up and strike it on the way down. It must hit your side of the table and then the other side. So note, once the ball leaves the server's hand, it is in play and so counts as the receiver's point. The ball is missed. So number 4 is can a serve can land anywhere in singles. So there is no restriction where your ball lands on your side or your opponent's side of the table. It can bounce 2 or more times on your opponent's side, bounce over the side, or even hit the edge.
Good day, I am Christine Salvacion. And fifth, a serve that touches the net on the way over is a let. Can the ball hit the net in ping pong? Yes. During a rally, if it touches the top of the net and then otherwise lands as a legitimate hit, but not when serving, it's a serve. Ball hits the net on the way over and otherwise legally bounces in the play, it's a let. Serve and is done over. There is no limit on how many times this can happen. Sixth, if your hit bounces back over the net by itself, it is your opponent. It is your point. If you hit the ball in a rally or on a serve and it bounces back over the net after hitting your opponent's side of the table due to the extreme spin without your opponent touching it, that is your point. 7. Touching the ball with your paddle hand is allowed. What happens if the ball hits your finger or hand during a ping pong rally? If the ball touches your paddle hand and otherwise results in a legal hit, there is no rule violation and play shall continue as normal. Your paddle hand includes all fingers, hand area below the wrist. 8. You may not touch the ball with your non-paddle hand. You may touch the ball or the table with your paddle hand after reaching it to return a short serve, for example, or other parts of your body. And note, if the table moves at all from your touching it during a rally, that is your opponent's point.
Hi, my name is Maradel P. Furness. I am going to discuss the table tennis techniques to practice. First is the forehand drive or counter. To execute the forehand drive, first is your footwork. Start with your left foot, assuming that you're right-handed. Slightly behind your right foot and shoulder width apart. As you swing, step forward with your left foot and pivot your right foot about 45 degrees to the right. Next is the contact. Aim to hit the ball just as it rises above the net, brushing it with the top of your racket around your index finger. This will impart topspin on the ball, making it leap over the net and bounce unpredictably on your opponent's side. Last is follow through. Finish your swing with your racket pointing towards your opponent's side of the table. Second is the backhand drive. The backhand drive is similar to the forehand drive, but it's hit on the backhand side. First is your footwork. Start with your right foot, assuming that you're right-handed. Slightly behind your left foot and shoulder width apart. As you swing, step forward with your right foot and pivot your left foot about 45 degrees to the left. Next is your body. Bend your knees slightly and lean back slightly from your waist. Rotate your torso to the left as you swing the racket forward. Next is the racket grip. Use a backhand grip with your thumb and index finger on the handle of the racket. On your other 3 fingers, curl comfortably underneath. Next is the contact. Aim to hit the ball just as it rises above the net, brushing it with the top of your racket around your index finger. This will impart topspin on the ball, making it dip over the net and bounce unpredictably on your opponent's side. Last is follow through. Finish your swing with your racket pointing towards your opponent's side of the table. Third is the forehand push. It's normally used for short balls, and its purpose is to stop your opponent from making an attacking shot. Forehand push is a defensive stroke used to return short balls. So the fourth one is the backhand push of a rally. So the backhand push is similar to a forehand push, but it's hit on the backhand side. So to execute the backhand push, first is your footwork. Keep your feet shoulder width apart and move your body weight slightly forward. Next is your body. Keep your torso upright and bend your knees slightly. Next is the racket grip. Use a backhand grip. Next is the contact. Aim to hit the ball just before it bounces using a soft stopping motion with your racket. Last is follow through. Keep your racket close to the table as you follow through. So these are the basic tips for hitting these strokes. With practice, you can develop with your own style and technique.
These are the 4 techniques to practice table tennis. The first technique is the forehand drive, and now I will execute it. The second technique is the backhand drive, and this is how it goes.
Hello everyone, good day. I am Kentayan Almandas and today we are going to learn about the basic footsteps in table tennis. In table tennis, most of your movement is sideways. So it is really important to get that movement correct. So some basic things you need to think is about making sure that you're down nice and low in your basic ready position. So once you're in that basic position, it is a matter of moving sideways with either a little bit of jump or shuffle. So the other really important part of footwork is to make sure that you are actually hitting the ball that you have stopped. So now, let us focus on move, stop, and hit. So move, stop, and hit. So move, stop, and hit. Move, stop, and hit. So that is for the shuffle position. So next is the jump position. So, it is really important to stop because if not, it is difficult to recover for the next ball. And that would be all. Thank you.